Hello. We're actually live. Oh my gosh, the creamery's back. What is going on out there? Very impromptu stream today. Was not expecting the internet to come back until tomorrow. However, I check everything every day. I woke up from a nap. Oh my gosh! And now my little thing here decided it wants to just end my life again on this silly. I don't know why it does this sometimes. Hold on a second here. I have to disconnect this. That should fix it? Yeah, I fixed it last time. All right. Now we're back. All right, folks. Sorry about that. Guess I need to very gingerly move that down when I make that adjustment. Anyway, we're here. We're in the creamery. We're finally back. It was a long time we were gone, I feel like, because I was doing for a minute there weekly streams on Thursdays, and then some shit happened. Hold on, I think I want to turn up my... Is this gonna make me louder? I feel like I'm very quiet today in terms of my voice on the stream, but I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. We're gonna find out. I hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. Normally, Wednesday's not my stream day. It's not a thing. It's not a day that I normally stream on. However, because my internet came back a day early, I'm here. We're here. We're live. We're doing the thing. I have no idea how long today's stream will be. Probably only like an hour or two, and I'll probably just be chatting. Let's kind of catch up on everything that's happened since I've been gone. Because the last stream was, I think, the 13th, and now it's April 30th. So, there's been 17 days that we had since the last stream. Or no, the last stream was actually the 12th, so it's been 18 days since the last stream. Panicked, welcome on in. Nice to see you here. Said hello, Mental Health Day. Lizard vibing here. All right, having a mental health day. What kind of mental, like, just, you know, I guess I don't have to ask, I shouldn't ask, but I'm sorry you're having a mental health day. Taking it easy. Hopefully you're getting some rest, relaxation. If you're willing to share what's going on, feel free to do so in the chat. I'm gonna be vibing here, probably talking my fucking ass off because it's been so long, and I'll definitely get into probably the first thing of why I've been gone for a little bit longer, and everything, what has been going on with that, because oh boy, it was a thing, and I was not happy about it. However, I'm not gonna try to bring down the mood here in the stream by complaining too much. I'm just gonna kind of go through things that happened, like the actual facts of the situation, and what's happening now is we're actually streaming. So, like, in the end of the day, does it really matter what happened? Yada yada yada. So, kind of have to get in there, but panicked. I hope you're having a sorry to hear that you're having a mental health day, but I hope that you're able to kind of take a step back and get yourself back together so that the next couple of days are good for you, right? Oopsie, ran out of drugs and I got back on drugs, and then body is like, time to feel uneasy in your chest. I understand that all too fucking well. I have been there before. Many times where it's like I'll miss 2 days of taking my medications in the past, and then I'll be like, I forgot to take these last 2 days. I completely forgot. ADHD. And then I start taking them again, and it's like your body, every time it goes through the change of like not taking them and taking them again and then not taking them and taking them again, it's like, what are you doing to me? And it's awful, and I'm sorry. So I'm sorry that you're experiencing that right now. But hopefully you're able to, get back on and get everything, more regulated at like an even level. Because I know how important that can be when you're on those sorts of medications and stuff. So I call in so I can rest because 2 hours of sleep. Ooh, yeah, especially at 2 hours of sleep. I understand that because like I can function on like 3 or 4 hours of sleep if I need to, but I never want to. And so if I can avoid it, I will. Though my body recently has been in the I said I was gonna feed Zora before I went live, and I actually lied to her. So you know what, guys? I'm gonna have to feed my cat before I in a second here, because I told her I was going to give her wet food, and I actually didn't do it. So I'm going to do that here in a second, because I don't want to make a liar out of myself to my cat. If there's anybody I don't want to lie to, it's my fucking daughter. So I'm gonna go do that. Probably right now, actually, because she's like literally came in here and curled up at my feet. She's being really sweet about it. So I'll be right back. It's gonna take like 2 seconds. I'm gonna go feed my cat. So I was like, "You gonna come feed me?" Yeah, come here, Zero. Come here. All right. Holy shit. All right. And I'm back in the driver's seat, the streamer's seat, as it were. So yeah. Excuse me. I had some pizza before I came on stream today. Crazy. So, what's been going on with my stream? So the last time we streamed was April 12th, part of the Gamers Forgiving thing. I was going to stream the 13th as well, and I think I was just really tired that day. And I was like, you know what? I'll postpone it. I'll do it later, like next week. And then the next week and a half happened, and it kind of went by in like the blink of an eye. It went by really fast. So for those of you in the know, anybody who's in like Discord or like in the Discord or stops by in the calls from time to time, you may know that I went through a divorce and everything, and then during this month of April, my ex-wife Lauren came back to stay with me and my roommate until she was moving to Hawaii. So currently, that was, she's gone. She's no longer here, but she was here up until what was it? I think it was a week ago. She left a week ago, and she came 2.5 weeks before that. So during those 2.5 weeks, I was really only streaming that first week, and then the last 2 weeks I kind of disappeared after the charity stream. And so if you're not in the Discord or you only pay attention to my streams or whatnot, there's a lot of missing information, I feel like, for a lot of people. So I wanted to do some updates, and I won't go into a whole lot of uber detail with super personal things like I always try to say, but essentially there was just a lot going on with Lauren being here. I had a lot I wanted to keep done. I wanted to keep doing around the house. I wanted to take care of. And it kind of took my focus away from streaming during that time, because I wanted to focus more at just more for stuff at home. So that was the first week. So I was like, all right, it's just 1 week. I missed a stream. That's no big deal. And then when I wanted to go and stream last Thursday, I was about almost a week ago. I was like, I'll go and stream. No big deal. It was the day after Lauren left. And so I go to stream. And for those of you who were here last Thursday when I went to stream, you'll recall that I went live, and it was just tanking. It was from my perspective, because I wasn't really live for that long. I was live for about 5 minutes, because the only thing that was really coming through was my audio. If I went to my video, it was it was just choppy as hell. It was all I could see that I was getting 70% dropped frames in OBS. I was like, this is just not going to be a sustainable thing if I want to do a stream today. It's I can't do this. This is not going to work. So, I decided to I was going to say, I'll just call it for the day. There's no reason for me to try to stream today when it's clearly not going to work. I'll just call it for the day, and I'll try it again tomorrow. Well, I tried again the next day. It still wasn't working. It was still tanking, and I'm like, all right, this doesn't seem right. Something's going on. So I start just running the stream in OBS as doing a bandwidth test, and it turns out that my upload speeds were awful. They were lower, way lower than they should be. And I was really confused, because this has never happened, and it had just not that long ago, a week and a half ago, been fine. So I'm like, this seems very strange. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. And like the latency was fine, but the like on the upload, but not the actual speeds. And so I'm like, I need to, do some troubleshooting stuff. Probably talk to an online, chat person or whatever, and get through this, like fucking troubleshooting bullshit. So, I go through all of that. Nothing's it's not working. Nothing's clearing up on the upload. None of the speed tests are working. I'm still doing the bandwidth tests in OBS and getting like all 70%, 80% drop frames every time. I'm like, there's something going on here. And I talked to some people on the chat, and that's not like they're not they weren't able to help in any way for me. And eventually my roommate starts talking to them. They're like still not helping after a day. It keeps on going on and on and on. And this is after like day 4 of like dealing with this. And all I wanted to do was stream. Because I missed it. Because I like doing this, and like this has been something that this year I've been able to consistently do every week and like actually keep up with it, and actually like it's been like oh my gosh, I'm actually streaming again. Like I got a consistent fucking thing. Like holy shit, that's crazy. It's not like every Thursday at like that's 7 p.m. blah blah blah, but it's every Thursday. Well, today is Wednesday, but that means guess what? There'll be 2 streams this week because tomorrow's Thursday, and I'm not gonna pass up on a Thursday stream. Plus, this is more of like a impromptu, random pop-up stream sort of deal where I'm just gonna talk about the issues getting to streaming, getting back to streaming, and kind of just where I've been. I want to say mentally, and like where my headspace has been at, is just because like I was very motivated. I mean, I think before going into April, the end of March, and I had this big drive to do a lot of things for myself, and like because I really wanted to start working on my music stuff and doing stream stuff, and I kind of and then as soon as April got here, I started I kind of fell off like almost immediately, like I disappeared. And I'm like, you know what? I know this pattern for myself. I know these things that I do that like will lead into like a spiral where I'll stop, like I'll lose my motivation. I won't be doing these things that I need to do to keep myself going. What am I not doing? And like streaming was one of them. And of course, as soon as I want to do the streaming, I actually I'm sitting down in the chair and I'm like doing it. I'm like, let's go! I can do the stream. And it's like, fuck you, you're not doing your stream today. So I kind of had to, take a step back and be like, all right, what can I do? So I've been trying to still write in my journal because I wasn't doing that for a second. And then I will say that this past weekend, I knew I wasn't going to stream because I knew that my best friend, I knew Alicia, she was coming back into town. And I was like, I know what's happening on Saturdays. I know that there's no streaming being done on those days anyway. So realistically, I missed out on streaming last Thursday, and that's about it. But I would have loved to have done it because I had all this pent up energy to go on stream and to be doing this thing because like I really fucking I miss it when I'm not here. I'm like I haven't done a stream in a minute. Like that sounds like fun, and like it's something that I look forward to every week. It's like, oh, I get to go on Twitch. I get to be in the creamery and hang out with people and talk and catch up and tell them like what the fuck I've been watching on TV. And like I went to a party and it was basically a 420 party. It was on the day before. It was like the Saturday before 420 because 420 was a Sunday and Easter. So like probably more people on Sunday are going to be doing an Easter thing. So I went to my friend's house and that was a great fucking time. that was a great fucking party. I tell you what. And then this past weekend it was really fun. Best friend came back and just came over. We spent basically a whole day together. It was really fun hanging out and just I don't know, catching up, chatting, doing all sorts of shit and listening to good music and like what we're doing like right now. And then outside of that, I meant to record more of my music over the past week because I was like, oh, I can't stream. I need to record more music. Plus, I said I was going to have my first song of my EP out by the end of this month. and it's not out. I definitely haven't done that yet. It could be out by the end of the day, but we have like 5.5 hours left. No. It's like, I don't think that's gonna happen, right? So I'm gonna probably have like make a post on my music page being like, so about that thing. It's still coming, but just not when I said it was, because I had a lot more going on than I expected to in my head. Honestly, it was in my head. I had a lot happening in my brain, and it was kind of an interesting an interesting April this year. April's always an interesting month for me. I don't know why, but I always feel like April. I have these months where I'm like, I do a lot of. I kind of take a break. I need to like kind of shut down from like doing like a lot of Twitch stuff, even though it's like that's really when I want to go and do a lot of Twitch stuff, because it's like when my affiliate anniversary is and all that kind of stuff, and my birthday's at the end of March, so I'm like, I like doing Twitch stuff in that time. But usually the first 3 months of the year have done something where it like reboots, like, or is booting me up for April, and then in April I kind of have this overload or whatever, and then I like hopefully I could reset by May. But this time I didn't really like shut down fully in April, because sometimes like my April shutdowns can last until like June or like May, like sometimes midsummer, before I'm like actually like feeling like, oh. So like I got through this one without actually sinking all the way back down and kind of just staying where I was at, but without really having any more upward progression, I guess, or like moving like I don't know, man. So that's me. I've been kind of just chilling. I've been watching a lot of TV, a lot of movies, actually. I need to like make the list of the movies I've watched recently, because it's been like a decent amount of movies, and I can't remember like which ones I rewatched recently and like which ones I rewatched the last time we were live. Because like I remember I rewatched Goodfellas. I want to say that was like maybe the last time we were live. I had rewatched that one before. But then I've watched like a bunch more since then too. What was the other one I watched? I watched this movie, Companion. That was pretty fucking cool. I liked that one. I thought that was pretty sick. Rewatched, me and my roommate watched Deadpool the other night. So like I've seen that movie like probably 3 or 4 times now, and that movie's just fucking fun. And every time I watch it, there's like moments where it's like a joke is being made in the movie. And I've seen the movie a couple of times, but I don't know like the joke. You know, I don't know watch the. I haven't watched Deadpool enough times or paid enough attention that I know the jokes like by heart or anything at this point. Like I said, maybe 3 or 4 times, but the first time was in theaters and I was fucking baked. So like that was a good time. But I don't remember a lot from that. I don't remember a lot from the first time seeing Deadpool, other than I was at the theater with a friend of mine whose name, I don't want to say his full name. I don't like dox him or anything, I guess, but he was my friend Niraj, who was from India. He was like, came over, like, I think he had some sort of, like, his parents were still, like, over in India, and he was studying there at my school. And so in the movie, there's like an Indian cab driver who's playing like a song in Deadpool, and like a taxi driver. And after we get out of the theater, my buddy goes, "Hey, you know that song that was playing? I know that. It's like actually a popular song. Here it is." And he pulls it up, and I'm like, "Holy shit. What a fucking like bizarre coincidence. I see the movie with somebody who is gonna know this fucking song. Watching new Doctor Who. I didn't know there was. See, I really actually I want to start because I think it's on Max. They have like all of the newer series of Doctor Who, and I've always wanted to watch it. I've always wanted to get into it. It's one of my roommate's like favorite series. And so I think I'm pretty sure they have like, I think it's season 9 or 10 onward on Max. It might, or something like that, because like I know that I probably wouldn't be interested in watching anything that was prior to like the more modern like series. So something I've been thinking about getting into for a while. And a lot of people love it. A lot of people are really like seem to really. I've seen a few like bits and pieces and one or two full episodes, and so it's definitely something I've been wanting to actually like dig into and like okay, like I think I could really like this. And because like there's a lot of shit out there like that, you know, like to watch. And like I've been holding myself back from watching things. A lot of times I will hold myself back from watching a particular TV show or movie or something like that because it's too popular or other people like it, or I don't, what if it like, oh, what if I get too into it? That's like a thing that's like so fucking weird. I'm like, what if I get too into it? What if I get too obsessed and I like it too much? Who cares? Like, you're allowed to like things, dude. Like, go ahead and like a thing too much. Have fun. Enjoy your fucking life, brother. Get out of your fucking head. Max has Modern Who. Disney has Disney Who, which is most recent. Oh, okay. So I have both. Okay, cool. Copy that, Panicked. Cool. Yeah, there was on Max I was watching. I can't remember if I was watching this the last time I don't think I have. I think I started watching after Gamers Forgiving. I was watching The Righteous Gemstones, which was a Max series, and I'm on season 4 now. The show is ridiculous. It's a little over the top sometimes. There's a lot, like, I'll straight up say this: if you don't watch shows that show a lot of dong, The Righteous Gemstones is probably not for you. There's a lot more dong on that show than I ever would have imagined any television program could have. There's a lot of the male cast is not afraid to do full frontal nudity. They're like, oh yes, I just want to hang fucking cock today. I just want to go fucking freeballing it. But it's a very interesting show. I've watched it's gotten progressively crazier. I feel like as it's gone on. I think the first 2 seasons were like the more tame, and I liked it more. But like as it's gone on, I was kind of like, I don't know, this is like kind of getting a little over the top now. So I might stop. I might like take a step back from watching that, and maybe I'll watch something. I'm gonna watch something a little bit different. I'm trying to think of what else I've been watching though, because I know I watch a lot of YouTube videos just about video games still, like my normal Super Mario Maker 2 content creator Ryu. I'm still watching him. I watched I more like slept to a couple people playing the new Oblivion 4 Oblivion. It's Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Remaster, the Oblivion remaster. A lot of people have been playing that, and so I've been watching some of that. And then there's a new game that came out that a lot of people are yapping about. It's called Expedition. I think the full name is like Claire Eterna fucking bullshit. Expedition 33. It has like an actual. It had like some bullshit extra shit on it, you know? Like they had to make it a little bit spicier. But everybody's talking about it, and most people just call it Expedition 33. Claire Obscure. Oh my god, I was so Expedition 33. It's like just came out, and apparently it's like fucking a top-notch RPG, and that people are just like fucking raving about. A bit of dong as a treat. Yeah, you know, like you know, you've been having kind of a rough day, and you come home from work, and you just like, you know, like your feet are tired, your muscles are sore, and you're just like, you know what? I think I'm gonna open up the cupboard door and just give myself a bit of dong as a treat for me. And you know, if you like dong too, maybe it's a treat for you. You can buy a bit of dong today at your local grocery store. It's a Kaiwo special from the Creamery, a bit of dong. And you can buy it for $29.99. Right down the store, right down the street. Right down the street store. Go down the street to the store with your street store, and then you'll have a nice street store where you can buy a bit of dong. And all I can say, if I haven't sold you on a bit of dong already, then door's there. Like there, actually. I need to figure out how to point better when I stream. But yeah, I had a very I was what's like, I guess the best way, a very sobering experience having my ex-wife in my house, staying with me for a few weeks, and it was very different than being married to her. It was like literally like, I mean, I knew it was going to be. However, it was a lot different than I was expecting it to be. And so it was a little jarring at first. It definitely took me off guard, and I was a little bit like, oh, all right, that's not exactly what I was saying. This is not exactly what I was expecting. That's okay though. And but then it kind of made me have to do a little bit of like, you know, self reflection while during the time she was here. Since she's left, I mean, she's only been gone a week, and I've had a lot of time to do some thinking about, you know, everything. You know, our relationship prior to our separation, our divorce, having her come back here, and now where we're at now. And it's like, I'm just glad that, like, thankfully, the biggest thing is that all of us are on speaking terms again. When I say all of us, I mean me, my ex-wife Lauren, and my best friend Alicia. We're all speaking again, because like for a minute there we all weren't, like things were kind of a little weird, and that's not the case anymore, and that's really nice to have that not be the case anymore. It feels really good, and I'm hoping I can you know, open some doors and other sorts of kind of relationships or friendships that I've been that where walls have been kind of put up in the past. So trying to mend some things here, do some healing, like in my social stuff, because I think I let some of those things go when I let myself go. You know, like it's like, you know, like you kind of, if you're not fully present, you kind of, it's hard for you to be fully, you know, if you're not fully present for yourself, it can be hard to be fully present in your relationships with others too. So that's that thing for me. And I'm speaking like some fucking dweeb over here. I don't know, like, I think about my emotions and my whatever. Gotta get some social links. Yeah, I have some friends that I feel I need to start reaching out to more of my friends again, because I essentially have like my roommate who I see every day. I have my best friend who I see like once a week, but we talk like pretty much every single fucking day. And then I talk to some other people, but I don't get it, like, you know, it's mostly on Twitch. That's like a big thing. But I definitely want to get out more. I'm trying to get more involved in the music scene around here, because that's like my big goal, is like I really want to start getting out and promoting my music and promoting and doing stuff like that, because I'm actually playing a show in June. I think I may have mentioned that on stream. I don't think I'm going to be able to like stream the show live. However, what I'd like, maybe audio only would be possible. However, I know what I definitely will be able to do is record the like the audio from the show, and like I'm absolutely gonna do that, and I'll upload that, and maybe there'll be a way for me to have video along with that will then be like maybe synced at a later time and uploaded as like a YouTube video. I don't know. We'll yet to see on that front. But I'm really excited to go and play a show in June. I'm not sure on the exact date of it yet, and for most people in my Twitch community, I don't know how many people, like, you know, I have some people that are local, so like once I know the date, I will be doing a lot of digital promotion, and then I'll also be printing off some hopefully physical flyers to maybe go up and put up at like you know, some like shops around here, music shops, maybe some like local just places that have like bulletin boards. That's hype. Yeah, I'm really excited. So I actually am stoked to kind of put together a set, because the idea is that I'm gonna coincide this show with my EP release. So when I release my EP in June, hopefully everything will be recorded by that point, and you know, I'm telling myself I need to start just sitting down once a day and recording. And I told myself that a week ago, and I think I recorded 2 days. So we're not quite there yet. But I think I'll still have something, because I want it to be as pretty much as raw as it's going, like as possible for this recording. That's like my whole idea with it. Not going to be too much processing. Not going to be too much, there'll be like maybe a little bit of EQ and stuff like that. But I want it to sound like you're just sitting in a room with me playing a piano for you, and that's going to be the vibe. So I want to sit down and record more of that because I do want it to be out by June. And then I want to have this show kind of be like, hey, my album is coming out next week, or it came out last week, or whatever it is. Maybe have some physical copies to hand out or whatever at the show. Who knows? I definitely want to send one to my uncle for his birthday, because the whole idea, I don't know if I've been, if I have talked this through fully on stream before, but the whole idea that I had for this album is that I inherited my grandparents' piano. And when I inherited it, I was like, dude, it's out of tune as fuck. I can tell. So I called up a piano tuner. I said, hey, can you come over and take a look and see what's going on with this? And I had to have him come over 3 times because it was so out of tune. It's the reasoning being that if you tune it too much in one go, the strings might actually be have too much tension in them and snap instead of like coming to rest at the right tuning, because like it was that out of tune. So I had him come out 3 times. It's fully back in tune. I might have played it a little out of tune already, but like I can just have him come back and retune it in like a couple of months. Like do like a little like final tuning here. But I wanted to kind of come out at and just like record that, because now it's in tune with, at least with itself and everything. And hello, what are we yapping about? Poop Loop. I love the name Poop Loop 125. I'm yapping about my music. I have a piano. I'm recording some music that I want to release this summer. I'm going to release this summer. I want to talk more with like positive affirmation. I'm actually going to release my music this summer. It's happening. It's not I want to, it's I'm going to. But Poop Loop 125, welcome on into the Creamery, where, don't ask why we call it that, but we do call it that. And I'm just yapping about music stuff because I'm making music. And I'm talking about how I want to record, and the reason I'm recording it is because, as I said, thank you for the follow. Welcome on into the Creamery. You are now a creamer? No, that sounds bad. Maybe I should. Do you guys? It's taken me years, but if you guys want to be called creamers, that's the best name I've come up with. At work, but wanted to pop in and say a quick hi, Ma Dad. Welcome on in. Yo, chill. I can't chill. I have no chill. I want to be called a creamer. What the fuck? I have 0 chill. I am the least chill. Anyway, welcome on in to the Creamery. Little squirts. You want to be called little squirts and not creamers? Like little tiny, like little creamers that you find at like the diner. You go into a diner and you put your creamer in your coffee. You're just like a little. And like when you say little squirts, it reminds me of the Rick and Morty thing from the interdimensional cable 2, I think it is, where it might be, is it 1 or 2 with the little bits? It's one of the interdimensional cables. It's like little bits. Funny as shit. But I don't know. I accidentally said creamer. Welcome to the Creamery. Are you a creamer? I've never said that, but like somehow in my 7 years, I've never said that before. Well, we didn't call this the Creamery until the incident. So, slimy spem? Is there a missing arm? So after all of that fun stuff, let's go back. Let's talk about my grandparents' piano again. So I'm dedicating the album to my grandparents because I inherited the piano from them, and so I'm gonna, it's gonna be for in their name. I'm gonna be like, hey, this is in memory of my grandparents, my grandma and grandpa, because they were really, they're the biggest inspiration, I guess, or kind of motivation in a lot of ways for my music, and because I would go over to their house when I was a kid, when I was like 3, probably 2 to 3 years old, and this piano that is sitting in my living room, I had this piano here, and I would go into the living room, and it was sitting there the whole time. The whole time I grew up. Every time I go over there, I would sit down and play it before I even took lessons. And eventually, my grandparents were just like, he sounds pretty good without, like, you gonna get him lessons? Well, like, get him going. So I took lessons long enough to learn how to read sheet music, like probably about 2 years. Then my parents got the divorce. I had like a little shitty like keyboard that had like built-in speakers that I would practice on at home, and then I would go to my lessons at a dance studio that my mom taught at, and one of the dance teachers there gave piano lessons on the weekends. That's where I learned my piano, because like some ballet teachers will actually play their actual piano music for the ballet dancers to dance to. So I think that's kind of how she was. There was actually piano in the dance, the tap room. I feel like it was a tap and ballet room. I think I took both there because I also took dance lessons at this dance studio. Fun fact. So I learned how to play piano there, and then when my parents split, we moved, and I wasn't able to continue lessons because we just weren't close enough to that dance studio anymore, and so I just started printing off sheet music off of a what was it called, Ichigo sheets or something like that, or it was something like that, and it had like a bunch of anime and video game music on there, and I would just learn it from just reading it and like listening to the little MIDI files that were downloadable like alongside the sheet music, and I would just learn it on my little keyboard. And then one of my family, like with my grandparents, neighbors, she was like 3 doors down. We called her Aunt Trudy. However, she was not related to us. She was just a very good friend of the family, so everyone called her Aunt Trudy. When she passed, she had a piano in her living room that my dad received, and I was able to play on that and learn a lot on that. That's still in his living room, and so from these two pianos, I've been able to, so I could even kind of dedicate it to Aunt Trudy as well, because if it weren't for this piano and her piano, I would not have a lot of pianos to practice on and have learned and got written any a lot of these songs, because a lot of these songs that I'll be releasing, only one of them is really new. One of them I wrote in college. One of them I wrote a while ago. It was either just after high school or in high school. I wrote one of them, and then the third one, which is going to be the probably maybe the only single that comes out. We'll see. I wanted to try to make two, but we'll see. Is Gemini, and that's that one I wrote within the last year after I got the piano. I actually wrote that song, and then the final song was also I think a college or just after say it was after high school, so college technically. I was just community college. It was the other college ones was university. So there's I split those up in my mind in a weird way. So 4 songs that span different time periods of my life of when I've written them, and they've definitely morphed over the years. The ones that I've wrote a longer time ago have sounded different, or maybe more or less complex along the way. Who knows? But those are going to be my main focus for when I'm making my show, for playing my show in June. And I'm really excited. I want to take those songs, and there's 2 or 3 other piano songs I know. I want to kind of develop them on this keyboard over here. This is a full MIDI keyboard, to have, and maybe add some backing tracks and stuff in Ableton, because I do some electronic music production in Ableton Live, and maybe have some cool looping stuff that I could do live, where I might be able to actually do some kind of extended jams, and maybe some cool transitions into other songs, because also you might be able to see it over my left shoulder here. I have a bass and a guitar, both of which are, I'll see if you can see, they've been recently restrung, and I have the amps right behind them and stuff too. So I'm thinking I might do some like tests tonight, maybe after this stream is over. Because holy shit, we've already been live for like 45 minutes. It does not seem like that. That's crazy. I could sit here and talk for. I've done just chatting streams for like 3-4 hours and been like, holy shit, we've been live for, and I hadn't moved from a seat. I was like, wait, how did I do that? That doesn't make any sense. Yep, just talk. I can't stop talking. I'm definitely a yapper. But tomorrow, I was gonna say, I think my goal would be to do some tests and see if we can maybe do like a music stream tomorrow. So come back, because I do owe a song technically from the charity stream. When we did the charity stream, I said when we reached 250, and we reached 350. So when we reached the 250 goal, it said, let's make a song. And I was going to do it while I was live, but that night it was already pretty late. And I didn't feel like it was appropriate to start recording a song at 10:30 or 11 o'clock. Even though it was a Saturday, like, you know, my neighbors might not appreciate it. So I was like, the next time I stream, I'll remember to make a song. So I was going to do it last Thursday, but then we had more technical difficulties that I wasn't really, expecting. So maybe tomorrow. And I said I was going to make it about gargling milk because we had a lovely quote. I don't know. Quote. Would it come if I put quote gargle in there? Yeah, it does. I wanted to come back and gargle milk like it was cum. Out of context, it seems really bad. And you're right. It's terrible. That's a terrible quote. So that's why I am going to make a song about gargling milk tomorrow on stream. And it'll be lovely. Everyone's gonna be here and just have a good time, and it's not gonna be weird. No one's gonna say anything that makes it. I know something else that's PP for short. Kai will, speaking from experience. Thank you for adding. Yep, I know something else that's PP for short. Absolutely. The times we have here in the creamery. And actually, also, if y'all have not noticed yet, I finally, after however many years that they've had like channel trailers be a thing on Twitch, I finally made one. So I actually uploaded a channel trailer. So when you come to my channel, when I'm not live, and you just land on my page, it has like a channel, like a trailer that shows like a little bit like some of the antics. It's like just about a minute long, and I also uploaded it to my YouTube channel, which also, if you want to see the hot sauce time clip that happened during the charity stream, that's on my Kaiwill YouTube channel. But if you want to see any of my streams from this year, fortunately I didn't start like actually like archiving things until this year. But if you want to see any of my streams from this year, I have a new YouTube channel. New. It's so new that there's only like I think like one person who subscribed so far, maybe two. Kaiwill VODs. That's literally all it is, and there's a link to it in the Creamery Discord. You can find links to it on the YouTube. I should put a link to it down below here, but I haven't done that yet. And if you still wanted to donate to the charity, the link to the donation down below is still the link to the Tiltify campaign. I haven't closed it yet or anything, so you could still donate if you wanted to. I don't know, if anybody would be interested in doing that, but it's still available. And I think next month I'm going to do something a little different with my donations as well, because usually I have a direct donation link down below, but let me, where it says donate, I'll have a link to, I think it's like a Streamlabs or Stream Elements, I think Streamlabs, where it was this is, donate directly to me, and it would go to me, I would get, a direct, donation of whatever money. So, however, next month is a special month to me. for me and for probably for a lot of people, I'm not gonna lie, out there, because May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and even Panicked, you mentioned today was a mental health day for you. So May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it was also Mental Health Awareness Month was the first ever month I did a like raise money sort of thing for a charity. I did a Mental Health Awareness Month where we raised money for the crisis text line. So I said any of the money that I got in May of that year was going to be donated to the crisis text line. I just looked at my total money I made from subs, some money I made from all that stuff. I added that together, any monies that went to my donations, and because this was before there was like Tiltify. This was like, this is probably 6-7 years ago. I think it was the same year I got my affiliate. I did this like a month later. I ended up doing this. And it was a really fun month, but it taught me a lot about like what to do and how to run charity streams and do that kind of stuff. And so that is leading up to that. I want to start doing more charity stuff through Twitch, because that was like my initial goal with Twitch was I want to do charity shit. I want to build a community where I can raise money for charities. And so for the month of May, that donation link is going to lead to another like Mental Health Awareness Month campaign that will be for it's probably going to be for Crisis Text Line, because that's the one I did like first 7 years ago, and so that's kind of what I wanted to do for next month, is have a shift in focus where like that donation, and then like from now on the donation link every month will be for some other thing, probably monthly, on a monthly basis, maybe for awareness of a cause that is surrounded, and that maybe there's like a month, every month happens to have some sort of awareness or something like that. And so I've always thought admired streamers who did stuff like that, and so I wanted to start doing a little something like that in the background. It's not gonna be like the main focus of everything, but I wanted to move away from receiving any direct donations from that link down below. In that way, I want to set up any way that you're supporting me. I want there to be I want it to be, if you're supporting me and like using donations, it's for a content reason. So you're donating your money for a sub because that sub has some sort of content behind it. I don't think it's I was looking in Patreon originally, but I think there's another service that people use, and I wanted to look at the different cuts that people are taking and which services people kind of would go for, because making extra content behind it's like a kind of a donation-based paywall. Because it's funny that you mentioned that, because I actually have OnlyFans up on my phone, a tab for that. However, that's when I was looking at that, it's like actually like what their platform says it's like has on it speaks to what I was just saying, like their mission statement and everything. It's just that they also allow 18+ content, which honestly, am I not 18+ content already? Like, let's be fucking serious here. I'm already doing some fucking ridiculous shit on stream. We call it the Creamery, for God's sake. May for mental health and June for gays. There we go. So I know I'll find a good I know there's a lot of different like charities and things that you can do for Pride Month. And maybe I can find one that's more local too for that, because I know that we have a really cool like Pride parade that goes on for Pride Month every year in like this. It's one of the cities that's real close by to me. I don't want to out myself too much, but maybe I'll actually attend this year, since I'm actually going out and doing things and being a human again. Woohoo! Yeah, I wanted to kind of make my focus with that, like if people want to pay me money, that you're gonna get content out of it. You're gonna get entertainment out of it. There's not gonna just give me money because you want to give me money. I mean, like if you want to do that, you're gonna have to find out where I live. Yeah, like put a more focus on what I originally intended when I was going, because I think a big part of my streaming was like because like this year has felt like the this 2025 has been the first time I've been streaming in a while where I've had that same like, you know, like I want to get back on, and like every time, like every stream is like I'm having this like I'm having a really good time, have like a really good energy. Like I'm having good like days outside of streaming as well, and I want to stream more. Like I actually want to stream more days. I've been streaming, I think it had been about a month and a half that I got to of streaming every Thursday once a week, and I think that hitting those Thursdays and then doing the two back-to-back charity streams, I realized, okay, I still like not doing back-to-back streams as much. I think doing two back-to-back streams like that actually did take a lot more out of me than I was expecting. However, I definitely think that I can do multiple streams in a week if I space them out. So I'm thinking about keeping my one Thursday stream, and then maybe doing like a Monday stream or as well, or maybe a Tuesday, like in the week, because like I like to keep my weekends open for going out and doing other things. Even though a lot of streaming, you know, a lot of people could do streams on the weekends and stuff, I do like to get out of my house, and a lot of the people I know have weekends off. So that's when I'm gonna be going out and doing things. And right now, a big part of what I'm trying to do is kind of like get myself out and network myself with some people and get to know you know, my community and everything around me, because like I feel like I've been kind of just, I don't know, keeping myself isolated for a really long time, and when I do that, I know how it affects me. I can tell how it affects me, and like I want to get out. I want to do fun things and meet new fun people and have fun experiences. So that's what I'm gonna fucking do. However, we're about an hour in, and I'm not quite sure what else I was planning on doing for the stream today. So an hour is usually where I would call, you know, a break, or you know. So I think that that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna break, and then we're gonna come back. We'll regroup on what we wanna do for the rest of stream, because it has been a minute. I haven't streamed in a couple of weeks, and I was just excited to see that, like, oh my gosh, my stream is like I could do it, yay, yay, yay. So we've had an hour in. So when we get back, the options for me are kind of, do we want to chill for like another hour and like chat a little bit more? Maybe we could have like a certain topic in mind. I don't have to piss. Realistically, I'm just gonna go check on my cat and probably smoke a little weed. And then I should probably grab some more water, or just drink water too. Cause yeah. And so come back, or we can come back and we can throw a game on, because I haven't played a game in a minute here, even off stream. I've been like doing other things, and I have so many games that are that I wanted to play, and I haven't like played. And we could play more Donkey Kong 64, like where we left off with that. I have other Super Mario 64. I have other Nintendo 64 games we could play. I have my Switch games. I have the PS4. I have my computer. There's options. I will info dump on you about upcoming game date everything. Okay, absolutely. I mean, like, I am here to talk. I am here to have a good time. And then, honestly, I saw the trailer for that. I believe you posted the trailer for that somewhere in the creamery at one point in the Discord. And so yeah, we could talk about that. Does that have a release date at all? However, I am gonna do a break. I want to make sure I'm gonna actually put myself on and be right back here, because it's mostly for me to get up and stretch too. Like, I want to get up, I want to stretch, I want to make myself move, like get myself moving, because I know when I do these streams, sometimes if I sit here for too long, when I get up after stream, I'm like, oh, I'm feeling it today. So I want to make sure that I'm actually getting myself up and about, which is actually something I've been doing a lot this week. Oh, June 17th, so coming out soon. Nice. As I've been going on a walk every day, 1.5 miles every morning since Tuesday, I want to say. I've been doing it Monday or Tuesday. I did a couple of walks last week. Kind of fell off over the weekend, and then I went back, and since Monday I've been going on walks again. I think I might have missed out on a walk the day I went to my dad's house, but we'll see. I think I still walked like 3 miles that day, though, somehow. What the fuck? Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm going to go, and we're back. Hello, everybody. We're back here in the creamery. We've got our THC flowing in our body. We have stretched a little bit, and we're ready to hear Panicked info dump about the upcoming game, date, everything. Arriving June 17th, just like you'll be arriving with your couch cushions. Ew, that's in the game. I hope I don't actually. I hope I don't fuck my couch. That's not what I do. I hope I do fuck, but not IRL. I don't have the. I'm putting far too much thought into fucking my couch than I I shouldn't be thinking about that. Why? I was like, well, there is a Velcro flap on the back, and I'm like, why am I? So, how are you to do? How is everybody doing here today? How is everybody here who's not thinking about having sex with a couch doing today? Because that's not me. That's. I wonder why I am the way I am sometimes, and then I remember that I'm a pretty cool fucking guy. Enjoying his life in the best way I know. With a couch. Apparently it's with a couch. Who would have thought? Who would have thought the best way to enjoy life is couch style? Couch style? No. Anyway, we're we're here, we're live, we're vibing, we're jiving, we're grooving, we're moving, we're proving that I don't know. We're proving something. Oh, so there was one like the other night. I kind of went and I saw a channel on YouTube. It was called Fern, and it had like a I can't even remember what the first video it was, but it was probably one of the ones that was about like a hacker or an FBI raid or something. And it was like a little 15-20 minute video, and it had some like graphics and like, you know, somebody talking about like some like interesting like topic of like a real world event. And then I ended up going down and watching like 20 of these videos this night before I like finally passed out. And they were all like really interesting, like, you know, like kind of like true crime maybe kind of things, I guess. Like would be kind of the word. Like some of it would be about serial killers, some of it was about like hackers. Enhance. What are we enhancing? Ooh, I've been watching a lot of Game Grumps again. I haven't watched that in actually, I think I've been watching a lot more Game Grumps since September, but like I've been going because I hadn't watched them in years, honestly, like regularly. And now I will watch more of their videos than I don't these days. And I've been like finally like embracing that part of me again, and like going back into watching those, and that's been really cool to get back into that. And shit, I think since the last time I would have streamed, I had already gone to the 2 concerts, so that wouldn't be new information. But that was very cool when I went to those concerts, because I got to see Ninja Sex Party, and I was fully convinced I was going to miss that show because it was sold out when I looked at it. And then the weekend of the show, my friend was like, "Hey, do you want to go to the show?" And I was like, "Yes, please." So I got to go see NSP and Twerp for like the second time ever, and that was cool as fuck. Shout out Forensic Files. Loved when Forensic Science teacher would put it on and I could get a nap in class. There you go. The best days in class was when the teachers would put on a movie and you could just kind of do whatever you like. I normally would just watch the movies, I feel like. Especially if there was like a worksheet you had to do with the movie, you wanted to pay at least a little bit of attention. Those teachers that made you do the worksheet, those were like the real jerks, right? Those was like, yeah, a worksheet, but it's a movie. Date everything is unfortunately 60% of my personality right now. Hey, I don't think there's anything wrong with being so upset, like being that, like I was really obsessed with something and being really into it and wanting to know everything about it. And I think it's, I wish I could have that again, honestly, because I used to have that with, I think like Mario 64 speedrunning for a minute. I was like super into it. It was like everything I did was Mario 64. Then everything I did for a minute was, you know, it's just, I don't know, like, it's definitely, I love being like putting like just a bunch of my like my processing power, my time, my energy into like learning about a thing and knowing about a thing and like talking about a thing. And it's been a minute since I've had like something that was really like that for me. I guess like music is kind of where I'm at with that right now. I've been listening to a lot of music too. That's been a big thing. Just kind of curating different things I want to do. Listen to, go through, and like there's a festival I really want to go to this summer that really want to talk to my bestie about going and see. Like I really want to see if she wants to go, because if she wants to go, I will absolutely. I'm finding the money. We're going. Like, and like, I mean, I want to go regardless if she wants to go, but like I want to see if she wants to go first, because clearly I want to go with her before anybody else. But 100 Dateables, all voice acted. That's wild, actually. 100 dateables, 100 dateables, like items in your house that you can dig, because this is everything. And actually, I think it seemed like there could be things that are outside of inanimate objects too. Because I remember like we had a chat in the I believe it was in the Discord server where we're like, it says concepts, ideas as well could be like, it looked like maybe the concept of a depression or something could be or like maybe like, you know, an element or something. Who knows? Like I could see like, did they have like dating lightning or something in there? I don't know. Like I could see that being the, you know, like it's very interesting. Actually, it's not, and that's a. I'm going to look it up real quick. I'm going to look it up because that's what we do on my show. And this is my show. This is a show. Even though it's not really a show because it's actually a stream. Yeah. This game plans to unlock in approximately 6 weeks. Oh, interesting. There's no, interesting that there's no price on it because it's not out yet, but it's probably because they don't have a price until it's out. Maybe some games I think would have like a price, but maybe this is because there's no pre-orders or like early access. It's like, yeah, planned release date is June 17th. All right, cool, sick. You and an existential dread. You can exercise voiced by Prosy D. I love Prosy D. He's a cool cat. If I do want to say, and I do say that he's a cool cat. Also, air. Ooh. And water. Okay, so the elements, kind of like I was saying. Seems like I mean, all I care about is probably dating all the technology. Straight up, like that. Like that's like the kind of person I'm like, I'm gonna find all the fucking tech that has holes and. The concept of rejection, that seems strange. How do you date rejection? I'm trying to like make my eyebrows work over here, and they're not like doing what I want them to do. I don't know. Reject a bunch of people. Oh, interesting. It'll be kind of fun to find out. I don't know. Some of these dating sims and dating games out there definitely take things in different directions than you really would expect them to be. It's like, hey, it's a dating game. It's going to be about like whatever, like people and shit and fucking maybe. Who knows? And then some of them like actually end up being like way fucking different. Like the pigeon dating game, Hatoful Boyfriend or bird dating. I think is it specifically pigeons or which when I first heard about it, I thought was absolutely flarking ridiculous. I said absolutely flocking ridiculous. And when I ended up watching somebody do a playthrough of Hatoful Boyfriend on YouTube, they did like a full playthrough of the game, and it turns out it was way fucking like more intense and like had like this deep, like after you get all of the different like endings with the different boyfriends or like the different pigeons, it unlocks like different things, and then you can unlock like a main like really big overarching thing, and it was like, what the fuck? And it had like a secret ending. I was like, what? This pigeon dating game has a secret ending? And the secret ending was insane and cool as fuck. And so I think dating games and dating like people are like doing some really interesting things with these games. And so like I play a game dating, like date everything. That seems interesting. It's interesting enough to me. Been selling the game to people because of how many Persona and internet D&D celebrity VAs it has. Okay, so it's like, okay, that's interesting. It's like that's a kind of interesting mixture of VAs. Gotta love a good. So this artist that's so we're listening to the Video Game Study Lounge. I put this on a lot when I stream from Game Chops, and I always want to give that appropriate shout out to, if you're listening, any of the music that you like in today's stream is it's from Game Chops radio station. You can find like on YouTube. I play in the background because it's chill. And this artist, so this is Aquatic Ambience from Donkey Kong Country. And the artist that does this version is Helynt, I think. I don't even know how you would pronounce it. Like, it's Helynt. I've always said Helynt, but I guess it doesn't even look like that. It's like Helynt. And they came out with a more, I think it was an album of original music. And recently one of their songs came up in my Spotify released radar, and I was like, ooh, like new music from like. And it was like original stuff, so it wasn't like video game covers, and it was really cool, like kind of just like ambient stuff. And I was like, I want to check out the rest of the songs from this album now. Matt Mercer voices a D20. That is the most on-brand thing I think I've ever heard in my life. Holy shit. I just watched a video earlier where somebody said that talked about starting a D&D podcast with Matt Mercer at the end of it, and they were like, oh, you started, oh, good, like next time I interview you, you're gonna be rolling in money, because it was like, you know, Matt Mercer, oh, like if he's on your D&D podcast, everyone's gonna listen to it, and that would probably bring in good ads, or whoever sponsors, whatever. You can make money. Wouldn't it be weird if you could make money for talking about video games and nerdy shit on the internet? That would be super fucking strange. Not me. Brendan Lee Mulligan voices all the board games. Is it Breeden? Or did I added an N in my head, but is there actually an N, or is it Breeden? Breeden. It is Brendan. Okay. I didn't want to misspeak, but I think I added the N even though it wasn't in there. No, you're fine. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't I wasn't saying the wrong thing. Brendan Lee Mulligan. You're all good. You are all good. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening with me these days. I think there's like occasionally I am just having actual like the parts of my brain that are supposed to function normally just kind of like don't. And unfortunately, it's happening more. No, that was a joke. On stream, I'm malfunctioning, and I'm not supposed to malfunction on camera. You guys aren't supposed to see me malfunction. That's supposed to be saved for behind the scenes. I wanted to. There was something I wanted to talk about. I remember saying it. Oh, the Switch 2 stuff, because I didn't really talk about the Switch 2. I feel like too much. The last time we were streaming, I think I talked a little bit about it initially, because I think it had been announced maybe like the week it got announced. I think we did a stream. I talked a little bit about it, and then the next streams I didn't do a stream that week because it was just before Gamers for Giving, and I skipped that week, I believe. I skipped the week after my birthday. I don't think I streamed that week. I streamed Gamers for Giving 2 streams, and then we've missed 2 more weeks. So a lot has happened with the announcements of the Switch 2, and the pre-orders went in, and a bunch of people pre-ordered Switch 2 and are super happy about getting Switch 2 and Mario Kart World and all this stuff. And I am excited to find one of these people and go over to their home and play a game with them. Also, almost all the characters have, ooh, I love some wordplay. Hit me with a few of them. I saw a few of them in the initial trailer that you shared on Discord. I can't remember how long ago that was, though, when that trailer was. Because, like, life has been, like, the weirdest since, I want to say since, like, I'd say since fucking March, but I think it's been more like this whole year. Like, January, like, every month feels like it's like this weird, like, accordion, where it's like it stretches out, but then at the end it like squishes back down and compresses, and then I'm like, that month flew by, but also took a million years. And I feel like that's been every month up until April, where it flew by for me. April was a snap of a finger. I can't believe it's over. I can't believe today's the 30th. That like actually is a little crazy to me. Excuse me. Switch 2 is too expensive, not going to even consider until new Tamagotchi life. Okay. Yeah, I will not be purchasing the Switch 2 for a minute. It'll probably be at least a year or two before I would think about picking one up. For myself personally, mostly because I just have a feeling I know a lot of people in my life that are going to get them for themselves, and I won't need to have my own Switch 2. I can probably just play it when I'm over or play with them. Because most of the games I'm going to want to play are probably going to be games I want to play with friends. Because, like, a lot of the games that aren't games I would play with friends are games I already own on the original Switch. They're just going to have Switch 2 versions that are better that I'd have to spend more money on anyway. So I'm all about saving my money. And, you know, the price of the console, I'm not super hyped about. $450 isn't great, but like I'd rather be $400 just because like that's a rounder number to me. It just seems better in my head. But I'm more like the price of the games is what's like still like oof. They're gonna expect me to drop like $70 to $90, like I feel like per game, and that's just. I understand that, like, technically with inflation, a game should be like $120 or something like that. I actually looked that up the other day because I was actually interested. I wanted to know. We have Aaron the Air. That's a good one. Dorian the Door. Wonderful. So wonderful. But then more punny names like Luke Nukem. Luke Nukem the Microwave. That one's beautiful. That one's fantastic. I like that one a lot. Luke Nukem, like Luke Warm, and then Nukem, and then because like nuke. That's where I'm thinking like maybe lukewarm, but like sometimes the stuff that comes out of the microwave comes out like fucking piping hot. Maybe the idea is that like you had something that was lukewarm and you wanted to nuke them. I'm just going way too deep into this fucking Luke Nukem joke here. It's actually not that deep. Wouldn't you know? It never is. Yeah, so I think that today is going to be just a just chatting stream. I think I'll go for like 2 hours and then we'll kind of wrap things up because I was initially, so like I said, I was talking about, well, yeah, it's a joke off the Duke Nukem video game character. But I figured like, I feel like you could, like Luke just rhymes with Duke, but also like, you know, there is the lukewarm. Like I said, I was just going too deep into it. It doesn't. I was adding extra layers to the joke that actually don't exist, which is what I do to reality. Actually, if you guys weren't aware, I actually don't. I actually add extra layers to reality. There's a whole chocolate layer in my reality that y'all you should understand. Like, if you saw the chocolate, if you were a part of the chocolate layer of reality, things would be so wonderful for you and me. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm in the chocolate reality now. We also got Henry Who. The vacuum. I like that one too. These are good. These are good. Keep on hitting me with the names. I will put my dick in that vacuum. Suck, motherfucker. I'm a sucker for a fucker. Oh God. Oh. It's weird looking at my camera because I have my glasses off, so I can't see shit. So I don't know what I actually look like when I do this. It just looks weird to me. Harper the Hamper. Interesting. Harper the Hamper. That one's gonna be I don't know if I'd want to date a hamper. Can you imagine the smell a hamper? You guys, like, I feel like most people just put their dirty clothes in a hamper and then wash their dirty clothes, but they never wash the hamper. I mean, some hampers aren't washable and they shouldn't really smell, but like I've seen like cloth maybe, or like, you know, these ones that like end up stinking a little bit because they have all this dirty shit in it. Voiced by the actress who voices, is that Rise? Oh yeah, in P4. Okay, yeah, I think I remember that character. Holy shit, it has been ages since Persona 4. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, I forgot. Like, it's been such a long time since Persona 4. I can't believe The Dirty Laundry is Dirk, voiced by Adachi. Okay, heck yeah, they have a toxic relationship. Okay, Dirty Laundry, yes, Dirty Laundry and the Hamper. Okay, well that answers my question about the Hamper and things like that. That makes sense. I'm already. See, the thing is, you are selling me on this game. And I was already interested in it, and so now I'm like, okay, this seems like the perfect thing for a stream. It literally seems like the perfect kind of game to like play on a stream. Straight up. So I think though tomorrow I'll put it on my wish list actually, just so I know like when it comes out, and maybe we'll have a little thing. I think tomorrow I'm gonna stream again, right? Because I wasn't really sure like what was gonna happen when the internet was gonna come back, if like when the technician was gonna be here. They were supposed to be here between 8 a.m. and noon. You know, like they always give you like a big window. Thankfully, the internet's back already, so I don't actually have to wait for that. I can do other things and actually have a day before I stream and whatnot. Yeah, I want to do a gaming stream tomorrow after music. Actually, I said I want to start with music, and then I think I want to play a game afterwards. Because like I think starting with like doing like an hour and a half or two, who knows, like or so of music, and then working our way into playing some games. Because I haven't played like I think I'm wanting to like get back into Donkey Kong 64 because I was enjoying that when we were playing it. And I hate when I'm enjoying a game and then I lose momentum playing that game, and that always happens with my stream games because I fall off of streaming or whatever. So I want to make I want to try to make that like the goal for tomorrow's stream. We'll start with a little bit of music. We'll make a game about gargling milk, make a song about gargling milk, and then after that we'll jump into Donkey Kong 64. So the idea would be. I probably have a fairly long stream tomorrow, if that's the case. But I don't want to like put too much on myself and be like, oh, I'm gonna have like a super lengthy stream. Well, let's kind of go with the flow. But I'm gonna go on a bit earlier in the day than I think I normally would. Like I've been usually getting on a little bit later. I like these days like 5 or 6. So I think I want to get on around 3 or 4 tomorrow, if my if I'm awake enough for that. Toga Man, welcome on in. Hola. Hello. How's it going tonight? How are you doing on a Wednesday? Bit of an off day for a stream from me, but we're having some issues with my ISP here for the last like week or so, and just other stuff happening before that. So I wanted to get on as soon as I could because I wasn't able to do when I wanted to last Thursday. And I was just kind of yapping about what I was going to do tomorrow because today's stream was so kind of, it's like very impromptu. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. I'm still kind of just like playing it by ear and kind of feeling like we're going to be wrapping it up shortly here in the next like 30 minutes or so. So I wanted to kind of think of like, what do I want to do tomorrow? I've kind of already figured it out, but I'm hoping you're having a good Wednesday out there. I know for me, it's also getting late over here. Late. For me, 8 p.m. seems late because I've been falling asleep at 9 or 10, and I'm starting to feel a bit more like an old man. I'm getting up there. It feels like I'm getting up there, even though I'm not really that old of a man, and I really do have quite a long life still ahead of me. I love how much the Dateables swear in the trailers. Hell yeah. Gotta love a good curse here and there. So that's a question I'll put out to the chat. What is y'all's favorite curse word or, swear word, what have you? I really think I gotta go a good fuck. A good fuck is it's classic to me. You can use it. It's very multifaceted, and just like you can use it a lot. And depending on the way you say it, you can like really draw it out. You can like fuck it and like okay. And we got an agreement here. I mean, fuck is good and trusty. A good trusty fuck. That's you can't. cunt with an Irish... yes, you cunt. It is actually... You know, when you say cunt with an Irish accent, it does have a little bit more... It's got a little bit more flavor to it. Ah, you cunt. Oh, oi. That's a little bit more Irish there for you. As a treat, for sure. You can't say it too much. I think I've actually over-cuntified this stream. Over-cuntified. Woo! Has there ever been? It's less offensive, but more pleasing. Yes, it's like when you say it, because like if I say it with my American ass, like man, like it definitely isn't as nice. Yeah, I don't even want to say it just like, as Kai will. It could be used against me, but I have to say it as Irish Kai will. Hey there, you cunt. It's like, I'm going like over the top Irish, I feel like too. Like, top of the morning to you. Holy shit. Woo! Oh man, Contessa Treat is definitely how I I can't even make the joke I want to make about eating pussy, but there's an eating pussy joke in there somewhere. God damn it. There's a pussy eating joke in my chat, and I can't find it. Just like the clitoris when I'm eating pussy. I mean, I find the clitoris. Don't worry about that. I remember when they said twat. Oh yes, twat in Easy A, and all the characters were scandalized, and I was like, that's not even. Yeah, I actually thought the exact same thing. She gets like sent to like the principal's office for saying twat. And like even her parents, I think, in the movie are kind of like twat. And I'm like, wait, twat? That's like the tamest fucking... God dang it. Ah, son of a bitch. I was like, I said that. And I'm like, man, I really hope Bofiab's not here right now. Nothing's been quoted this stream yet, but that was the perfect thing to quote. And there he is. There he was. Bofiab strikes again, folks. We have a Bofiab in the stream. Can we please Bofiab's here? Welcome on in, Bofiab. Bofiab, live in fear of me. You wish. How's it going? Welcome on in. The internet's back. I'm happy. I wasn't yesterday. I was very unhappy because of my internet situation. So I'm clearly in a much better mood. I'm here. I'm able to do the thing that brings me this is the thing in my life I think currently that brings me the most joy is being here. And all right, that's maybe not the truth. There might be one thing that brings me more joy than that, and she was here on Saturday. Anyway, this is the thing that brings me the second most joy in my life right now. And so it was kind of annoying that I wasn't able to do it for like when I wanted to last week, and then I had to wait so long for it to be available for me to get to do it again. So hell yeah. Hey, and PP's here too. God damn it. Now that feels more embarrassing what I just said. I'm gonna pretend I didn't say it. I saw that movie as a teen. Oh, Easy A. Yeah, at the drive-in. Interesting. I haven't seen a movie at the drive-in ever. Bofiab, you've been converted to date everything. Yeah, you're gonna date everything, Bofiab? Are you gonna date everything in real life in your living room? Oh, it's a party. It's a party up in here. We're partying with beer, but not really, because that's not really my thing. I'd rather drink a dick. Why? Why do we always say dick? Every time. It's just like I don't know how to take anything but dick out of my mouth, you know? Like straight up. But hi PP, hi Bofiab. I meant to swing by earlier, but it didn't happen. Glad to hear that your internet's working. Yeah, it's back. We had some issues. And we just, we had to do some troubleshooting, and eventually the ISP was like, we're going to send a technician out for Thursday at, between 8 and noon. And then today I checked it and it was already working again. And the funny thing is, here's the thing that Joel mentioned is that if they send a technician out and it's not their problem, there's a charge for it. So if they had sent the technician out tomorrow and we hadn't canceled it, and they had still, and it had just been like fine, they would have charged us for it if I had not checked and known that the upload speeds were back. So interesting. God damn it. I see another quote has already been added. I'm not even going to worry about it right now. I'm just going to catch up on chat. Not my thing, Panicked. I also haven't bought a game in nearly 2 years, and that's a streak I probably won't break for a while. That's fair. That's fair. I understand not everyone is a degenerate. Is a G-Gen. Yeah, I am definitely a G-Gen. Straight up. There's no questions asked. I am a degenerate. I'm a degenerate fool. I say some fucked up shit, and I do not care who knows. I was at my dad's house, and me and my brother were talking about some we were very, very graphic with our talks that we were saying in front of my dad. My dad was kind of a little like, what did I raise? A nice tall glass of dick. Yeah, cheers to that, PP. A nice tall glass of dick. Right there on my table. You know, you can't go wrong with that. Why do I always say dick? I never said I wasn't a degenerate, Panicked. I'm a very cultured man, I'll have you know. Damn right, Kai will never change. Never change. What's going on, Gio in the house? How's it going? I've been getting the never change a lot recently. I guess there's something about me people like. What? Who would have thought? Not me, but now I do, and it's weird, but I like being weird because I'm weird. Who said you can't be weird? You. I have no fucking idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Damn, everyone just coming out of the fucking woodwork. They sure are. Holy shit. That's what happens when you don't stream for like nearly 3 weeks. I think somebody was just telling me something about this. It's like, hey, what happens every time you don't stream for a month? Shut up. The safe and date everything. The safe and date everything is very dommy mommy / sugar mommy coded, and I'm all for it. Sign me up. Thinky thoughts. I sometimes think thinky thoughts, and sometimes I think stinky thoughts. And it's usually when I fart. It definitely wasn't me. I never tell you anything ever. You sure don't. You never tell me a thing. I don't even think you've even told me your name. Like, I'm not. I only know you by Pee-Pee. I don't have no idea what your real name is. If I did, that'd be strange. Actually, that'd be quite an odd thing for me. My name is Santa. Ah, that's so strange. That was my nickname in high school. I have too much. I'm having too much fun, which there's no such thing. But I'm just like, I haven't been on the stream in a while, and so I have a lot of energy. And then right now, everyone's just showing up. So like, Gio, Bofia, PP, and like now I have this big old smile because I'm like, holy shit, people are in chat. Holy flying fuck! Hi everybody. How's everybody's Wednesday going? How's everybody's April been? I've been fucked off and I wasn't here. And I miss y'all. That's why I'm happy. That's why I'm happy to be here with it and hanging out. Because I missed this. I missed this! I missed being a fucking weirdo on stream and having laughing and oh man, I've been laughing a lot at my own jokes, like my stupid jokes. Like, here's a good one I had the other day. I get to tell this story on stream now. I forgot. Can I link? I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah. I don't think I have anything that says you can't add links in chat here. If you can't, then you'll find out. Happy to see you. Thanks. I'm glad to have you here. Indeed. Yeah, it's very nice to be here. Was this a short I have to watch? Oh, 12 Dates of Christmas. Okay, hold on. Hold up, folks. We have a special delivery. Hold on. Where's my, do I only have this? Hold up. Hold on, folks. We are... I can watch this on stream. So I think I'm going to watch this little video that we just got sent about, I'm just gonna mute this, and I'll flip it over. What are we watching here if I watch this? What would I be getting myself into? But yeah, I'm really excited and happy to be here. I've been wanting to do a stream for about a week, and yeah, just I was very upset that I couldn't do the stream when I wanted to last week, and kept on checking back, and like I knew, like I was like over the weekend I was like, I know I'm not going to stream until Monday if it doesn't come back, so I'll just wait. And then it still wasn't coming back. It didn't come back on. It's finally back. I'm just glad it's back now. So we're watching the safe, the Dami Mommy safe here. Where do we go? We got 12 dates of Christmas. Date everything. Ooh.
Back talk. Lick the candy cane.
Oh.
Date everything.
Lick the candy cane. Don't mind if I do. I mean, what? Is that it? That's the thing. It's just that candy cane line.
Enough back talk. Lick the candy cane.
Yep, okay, that's all it was. Enough back talk. I mean, I'll talk about backs, too, for licking candy canes. Am I right? All right, I'm going to put the music back on. Interesting. I mean, like, yes, please. Anyway, I'm going to put... I've missed this. This has been already, like, I knew, coming... No worries about the caps. I knew that coming back, I was gonna have a good time. When I wanted to do this last Thursday, it was when I got upset that I couldn't come back, I was just like, yep, that means something special like is going on with my streams again. And it, like I was saying earlier, this is the first time in probably about 4 or 5 years where I've really felt like my streams have been like, I've really been having the most fun and like going back to what I feel like are like the more of like the roots of kind of doing my streaming stuff and feeling and vibing and, like in the same way, having that same amount of energy that I did a lot, like when I was doing a lot of my streams in my closet back in the day. And really, like when I look at this kind of streaming setup in a way, it does feel like I've just evolved to a larger closet in some ways, but it's actually just an office. It's a real office. It's not, because it used to be my closet in my closet office. Then it was my bedroom. I would just stream from my bedroom, the same whatever area I had my bed in. That was where my desk was and my computer. And now I have an actual dedicated streaming like room and office, and it's like got music set up, a retro gaming station. Like it's, yes, how far you've come, just like I did the other night over my shoulder. The real closet was the friends we made along the way. Absolutely. I've made so many friends in the closet, you know. Sometimes those are the friends when you need those friends when you're in the closet, because they can help you when it's time to come out of the closet. Too true. I don't know which part we're saying too true to in this situation, because a lot of what I said, or a lot of what's been said, was very much a joke. And there's maybe one true statement I've said in the last 5 minutes, and I don't think you guys want to know which one it is. So take it as you will, Kai will. All right. I know exactly which way I'm going to take it. I'm too much sometimes. I've just missed y'all. It's like I've missed having this, being here, and I was excited to come back. And when I saw that OBS was not dropping any frames when I did my test after my nap, I was like, holy shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh yeah! We're gonna go! Ooh, PP. I did not tell you this yet, but I want to show you a thing. If you are around here, I saw a game recently. It was on sale, and I scooped it up, and because I watched you play this game, Princess Purple, and I thought, you know what? I think I would like to play this game as well, and probably be a fun game to play here in the future on stream. And yeah, hold on, let me show you. So let me show you. I'll pick this game up. Excuse me. The PC is named Mac, and she's wheelchair coded, and I appreciate the diversity of body types. Interesting. I like. Yeah, that's really nice. Yes, Panicked Lizard has seen it. Says Dave the Diver. It was on sale recently. I was like, shit. I saw Alicia playing this. This game looked cool as fuck, and so I picked that shit up. So we have plenty of games to play in the future here on the channel. Like, look at all these Steam games I have. I have Fury, otherwise maybe Furry. I don't know. I think it's Fury. I want to play this game at some point too. This is it's an older. It came out a while ago because I remember watching like the Game Grumps play like a demo for it or some shit. That game. And then I know we started playing Rain World, and we really never came back to it, so that might be something we could come back to. And then I know that I have some friends who occasionally play this. And if anybody out there also plays Repo and would be willing, would want to play on stream sometime, I'm more than down to try playing that game. I would love to play that game with some folks because I do have that now. So yeah, I have quite a few games I'd like to play. However, I think the first order of business will be finishing Donkey Kong 64, as that was a game I started, and I was already enjoying it as we went in the beginning, so I want to play more of that. And I know we're gonna do more music streams. And honestly, here's the big thing. Is that I want to do a lot of streaming, but a lot of my music is focusing on, a lot of my streaming, I want to focus on music, but I also want to play games. So that's why I was saying, I think earlier in the stream, how I want to do too much stuff on stream for there to be only one stream day. Because realistically, I'd like to have like a stream, a day of stream that's dedicated to making music and like having like even like a concert, kind of like, hey, I go live today and I'm gonna play my songs that you guys know and maybe do some improv stuff, and then that's one of the days of the stream. And then the other day of stream of the week is where I pick up a game and play that game on stream. And those would be the two different kind of stream days, right? So that's kind of where I want to go into, because having one day a week, it limits me to, I feel like, how much like what I can do with my stream. And so I've finally reached the point where I'm like, you know what, I can't do everything I want to do on stream in one day. I want to stream more days. So like I'm glad that I'm finally here, because like I know early on I was kind of even like having one day could be kind of tough and stuff like that. So I'm very much looking forward to testing this out. Obviously, this week is going to be very weird because like I'm streaming today, streaming tomorrow for sure, and then I know I want to take a break, but then also I have no idea. I might add in some streams over the weekend. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I'm very much playing things very by ear. As it were, right now. I'm kind of just like, I wake up in the morning and I kind of decide what I'm gonna do as the day goes on. It's very weird how life has been going. Rhythm games like Rift of the Necro Dancer. Ooh, I like rhythm games. I haven't played a lot of rhythm games other than Guitar Hero. A few of the times PP's been over, we played some Guitar Hero. In recent years, I know that they've been getting some more rhythm games out there though. Been playing Ball Gay 3 with Brady. Ball Gay 3? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is. Man, what the fuck? Oh, Baldur's Gate. Duh. I said duh, like I should have known that, but that I have no idea why or how I would have known that. But yeah, I'm super excited to be back. I'm super excited to be doing more streams and I really want to be putting my my focus into music stuff and streaming stuff in this next month, because I really wanted to do that in April. It kind of didn't happen. So, there's all sorts of different things on the horizon here. I'm just happy that I'm finally fucking stream again. I know I keep on saying that, but like it felt like it was a long time because I hadn't streamed in so long, when it was really only like I think about like 6 days or 5 days where the internet wasn't really working, and truly only like I'd say 3 to 4 of them were days where I would have streamed anyway, I think Baldur's Gate became Ball Gate. I think it's a portmanteau of Baldur's and Gate, and then Gate was shortened to gay. That's my guess. I mean, because that was originally also I had a thought when Panic said that as well. It was, yes, I'm correct. Cool. See, like I see how I understand how words form here. Man, a safe answer from Panicked. But yeah, I hope everybody has been having some good days here and there. I know some folks have been having some rough times going through some shit. I mean, if I'm being real, there have been some tough things to go through in the last month. It wasn't like I said earlier, it wasn't necessarily always the easiest just having my ex-wife stay with me. It wasn't necessarily these like a huge like negative like drain, but it definitely had an effect on my mental state during the time she was here, and then in the transition since she has left. And so I'm still like I'm glad that it did happen. I am glad I had that experience and got to go through that, but at the same time I'm like I'm also happy it's over. I'm also happy I am going on my forward path now. I'm kind of like, all right, getting myself back on the track, because I think I was kind of wobbling a little bit there and maybe slowing down. Maybe we had to kind of put the emergency brake on there and be like, okay, whoa, what's happening here? We need to realign some stuff here, and yeah. So I'm happy. I'm a happy baby boy. But I don't have too much more. I was gonna say I don't have too much more that I think I really want to talk about today. I really wanted to go live and just get some of that shit out of the way. That's like, hey, where have I been? What's been going on? Why hasn't there been a stream? Yada yada yada, bingo bonga bonga. I've been going over to my dad's a lot recently, helping out over there, because he's been he's been helping me out, so I want to be able to go over there, help him out when I can, help him out around his house. I really want to start organizing his basement. I think I might take a week where I go over there for a couple of days, and I go over there. I might do some streams over there, because we did used to do streams in the basement, and the basement is way different now. So I think it might be cool to do like maybe a basement stream over there. I could also bring my setup, and I could do like a drum stream from my dad's house in the future. I think that might be cool for a music stream at some point in the future, because I could always just bring my Lappy Topo over there and set that up. And dude, we got drums going. You remember that era? Yeah, that's where I think RNG is our strategy came from, the second Dad's Basement era. Gary's basement. Brady shakes keys at me so I don't wander off or get overwhelmed with Games World. That is too easy for me to get lost in. I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I can figure it's a pretty big game, Baldur's Gate. I haven't played anything on a scale of games like that in such a long time. I feel like the biggest game I've played, I think the last game I played that had like a scope that was probably Tears of the Kingdom, probably, and then before that was Witcher 3, I want to say. So I like games that have these large scopes, like so much to do. It's it's hard for me to actually get into them and stay into them because there's so much. Honestly, there were a lot of different places you've streamed throughout the years. Yes, even in a car. Hard, dick. I saw that clip the other day show up on when I was like scrolling through clips because I was looking through clips to try to find stuff for my channel trailer, and I saw that one. I was like, gosh darn. The days. That was on the way home from my job when I worked at a it was like an approved like T-Mobile reseller or something like that. I can't remember how it works anymore. Small open worlds like Saints Row. I liked I think it was the first 2 Saints Row games I played. Those were very fun. I don't recall if I explicitly said it, but the garden is set up for this year. Nothing has come up yet besides the Sunchoke, but this will be a big one. I don't think you have said anything about whether it started coming up or not. I know you were talking about all the different things you had planted. I don't think it was it the last Discord call or the previous? I think it was the one just before the last Discord call. I can't. A lot of them have been kind of blending together. My brain became kind of a mush in April. I'm not gonna lie. It was a weird month. It was such a weird month. Hell yeah, definitely do. I know my dad is getting. So when I went over to my dad's house the other day, and I'll post some pictures of the initial stuff that I saw when I was over there in the Discord. I'll actually I'll do that right now. I don't think I posted them in there. Time is an illusion. You're right. There is no time. Time actually is just one singular point of existence of this time. All time is happening at once, and humans have created this illusion that it is in some sort of linear structure. Don't get me started on time. Like I can spend a lot of time talking about time if you know what I'm saying. But I'm gonna post in the creamy pics section here, which I just realized the last thing that's in the crazy pics is fucking crazy pics. This crazy frog was in the creamy pics. But then I just posted in there. There's 2 pictures now. My dad's getting that's just a little bit of what's happening. There's a fire pit back there now and a little path coming off of his back patio. And there's also going to be like a wall back there. They're doing a bunch of stuff in his front of his house as well. But it's going to look really fucking cool when it's all done, and it's going to add a lot of value or resale value to that house whenever we end up doing that. And so, like, honestly, he is retiring in this house. That house is probably me and my brother are going to be the one to sell it. But that's not something I want to think about right now because that's so far down the road. And it's also me thinking about my dad's death, essentially. So I've started Breath of the Wild multiple times, but it's too open for me because I wander off and then game auto-saves when I get somewhere I'm not ready for. So I think the best example of like the open world games kind of being too open or something like that is when I played Tears of the Kingdom for the first time. And I shouldn't say for the first time, like I've played it multiple times. I've only played it the one time. I never actually finished it. I'm still like wandering around finding shit every time I open the game. When I played it, very early on in the game, they basically show you, hey, this is where you're supposed to go, and they want you to go to this like first icon, and when you go there, you get the glider. Well, I'm a very smart person, and I don't want to go to the icon that they told me to go to. I'm going to go somewhere else because open world. And I spent the first 25 hours of Tears of the Kingdom without the glider, which is a very helpful item in that game. So I didn't think that the glider was in Tears of the Kingdom for like 25 hours. It might have been less than that. I might be exaggerating it because it felt that long, but yeah, that was a bit of an embarrassment when I realized, oh wait, they actually, not only could I have had it for like, it's very obviously they show you where to go to get the glider right off the bat. Hey, Beck, welcome on in. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I finished Ghost of Tsushima a couple days ago now. I'm just watching random stuff on YouTube and trying to figure out what to play next. Hell yeah. What kind of random stuff what's like the What's the current random video you're watching on YouTube? Earlier, I was watching a, if you're familiar with Hank Green on YouTube, he's a, he's like an old school YouTuber, been around for a very long time, part of the Vlogbrothers channel with John Green. And he also runs like, a bunch of science stuff, like SciShow, and I think some other stuff that's on YouTube. He's been around for a long time, but he has a series on another, like a channel on YouTube that's like Ask Hank Anything, where he has other internet, like, personalities from YouTube or Twitch or whatever come on and like submit a bunch of questions, and then he'll, to the best of his ability, have an answer prepared for them on the show, and then he records it, and they're like they kind of riff back and forth, and it's pretty, it's a pretty cool little thing. I've seen he had Rhett and Link on, he had he had somebody else on that I didn't really know who they were, but like the questions were funny. It was a funny little like thing. And then this most recent one that came out was Ludwig, who's a streamer, content creator. He came out, he came to rise, like, be well known during his subathon. He had one of the largest subathons early on, when those were like one of the first creators that had like a large subathon. And then he was like the biggest creator on Twitch for a while, left Twitch for YouTube. Now he does both again or whatever. I don't even know, honestly. I haven't been keeping up with him as much, but I sometimes see his content show up here and there, and this was one of them where I was like, oh, I'll watch this, because like I like both of these creators. So mostly cops body cams. All right, that's some of the stuff that Lauren used to watch, was like live PD, like body cams and stuff, and I was just like, I can't get into like a lot of that stuff. I will watch so Moist Critical, sometimes he'll like make videos making fun of like some of the people who are in body cam footage. And so I will watch his videos where he's like bringing them up, but I'll never seek that stuff out just like the raw footage, because it's just tense. It's like there's nothing fun for me in there. But how was Ghost of Tsushima? What kind of game? Like I don't know much about that game actually, Beck. So like, are you trying to find a game that's like in the same vein as Ghost of Tsushima, or like maybe find something like in a different thing? Do you have maybe games you already have that you're like, I want to try to get this? Were you looking to buy something new? Just kind of like see the air, like the feel what you're going for here. More familiar with his science stuff, actually. Didn't know all of this. Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, Hank Green's been on YouTube for a while, so I personally know Hank and John Green because of the Vlogbrothers channel, which was started as a way for them. I think they started as like a challenge, as like it was a YouTube channel, and it was supposed to just be two brothers like sending YouTube videos back, like every day, like the first day Hank would make a video, and then the next day John would make a video, and they would be like talking to each other. And I think it started when they were doing it, maybe even as like video responses on YouTube, which used to be a thing. I don't know, like that could have been. And then Hank, John Green is the author who did what's the word I'm looking for? Fuck, I can't. He did Fault in Our Stars. And there's another book that I can't remember, something Alaska. I can't fucking remember. But I read Fault in Our Stars. That's the book from John Green that I've read, and a lot of other people also have read. They have to deal with a lot of it. They sure do. There's like they have to deal with a lot of like very belligerent, very angry, aggravated, and unfortunately, usually sometimes like fucked up, like inebriated, like drunk or on others or drugs that make them even more like violent or something. You never fucking know. But yeah, I like Hank Green's science stuff a lot, but he also has his own. I don't know if you watch his personal channel, because I think they still do Vlogbrothers stuff every now and then, but it's not as like an everyday thing. I don't know. I haven't kept up with it, but I know Hank and John have their own personal channels, and Hank Green's personal channel, he'll upload videos every now and then that are just random kind of updates and stuff, and he's a very interesting character, Hank. But I've known him from the Vlogbrothers channel, and then I guess he's done a lot of other things. I think he has his hands in a lot of different pies. I'd have to look into what other stuff he's done, to be perfectly fair, to be perfectly honest. Have been playing Ape Escape 2, which is not an open world game. Very nostalgic for me though, and it's brimming with charm. I can't remember which. I don't think I played Ape Escape. I think the Ape Escape game I played was on the PSP. I want to say. I don't think it was a console version of the game. And I think it was like maybe a PSP port of like of the original game. I don't know. It might have just been made for the PSP, but those games are very fun. They're very cute. And the Ape Escape level and Astrobot, which that is a game I want to play on stream soon. I will bring the PS5 back here. I will haul it back here. We will set that shit up and we will play Astrobot on stream because that game is fun as fuck. That game is a game that puts a smile on my face. I think if anybody here has not watched someone play Astrobot or played it themselves, it's such a good game and I will play it for y'all. That will be a game that I would have a blast playing on stream. I'll make sure. I think that maybe we'll start off like this summer, like with a stream, like an Astrobot stream. What do y'all think of that shit? In Ghost of Tsushima, you play as a samurai in the year 1274. Okay, and try to save the island of Tsushima from invading Mongols. Okay, cool. So it's like RPG, or is it like I guess like it's probably an RPG, but like I guess action RPG, kind of like a Souls type game, or is more like I guess like third person kind of hack and slash like RPG. Okay, cool. I've seen the game come up a lot, but I know pretty much next to nothing about Ghost of Tsushima, even though I've seen that the name of the game so often. I've seen the poster a lot. You can really feel the love and admiration in Astrobot. We need more games like it. Absolutely. I 100% agree with that statement. Astrobot is just like, it's just talk about a game brimming with charm. This is oozing with charm. Like Astrobot is just, it's impossible to pick that game up and play it and not just be like, oh my god, I'm having so much fucking fun. Like you really feel like a kid. You feel like a child playing. Like I don't like doesn't like I'm just like ha, and like the best like the part. Some of the best parts of the game are in the controller, the dual sense and how it reacts and like how you feel like what you're doing in the game in your hands. And it's like you can't even like that's part of the game you can't even tell from just watching it. Like that adds so much character to the game, like legitimate like character. Like the controller is its own character, and it literally is. So yeah, I will definitely be playing that on stream because like I saw it on my shelf out in the living room today, and I was like, shit, I forgot about I haven't done the 100% on that one yet. I'm on the final level and I never beat it, so we're gonna do that. Well, I'm going to beat that probably off stream, but we'll definitely play that on stream. And I have all these other games. Like I said, I bought Dave the Diver. I think I have Slime Ranchers, another one I think would be perfect for streaming. What else do I have on here? Golf with Friends. If anybody out there for like, and like, I do want to try to have more like community game days. I know a lot of people have those as well. I don't think I would ever do weekly community game days just because that would be like again, I don't want to add too many days to my stream like of the streaming thing. I definitely want to stick to having Thursday be my main day, and then I think what I'm going to do is add a random day whenever. I would be cool if I could maybe like, hey, I'm going to do Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I think with how I am, whenever I do that, and like we'll see. It might end up being like, oh, every Monday and Tuesday, like it ends up being the second day. So I just go, let's just make it Tuesday. But I'd like to kind of just keep it open to Thursday's already been a good day. So let's just stick with Thursday. I've been liking Thursdays as a stream day. And then I'll kind of be like, whatever other day of the week I feel like going live, we'll go live and we'll play a game or something. And because I think I might stick with Thursday since I know I want to stream on that day. It can be our chill kind of getting into the flow, like, you know, we can chat and then we can do some music streams on Thursdays. Just kind of keep those as a vibe day, and then have the other day of stream be focused on gaming. Like as soon as we get live, we're not spending any more time more than 20-30 minutes before we're jumping into a fucking game and doing some shit. But tomorrow's gonna be different. Because we're gonna do streaming and we're gonna be doing gaming and music tomorrow. Because today was just this. Today was the vibe and yapping, and I technically I said I was only going to go for like 2 hours. We've been going for 2 hours and 10, but it's because I'm having a good time talking to you, and I don't want to stop because I like being here. I get it. You get it. You guys get it. You like being here too. I hope. I hope. I love to play shit with you, but I mentioned the no game purchases streak I've got going. Nothing personnel, kid. Was that Boo, how dare you act you act to be financially responsible, Bofiab. Seriously, what the fuck is this? I mean, Bofiab, we'll do it. I'll tell you what. I don't think May is going to be the month that happens, but I'll say this. This summer, TF2. It'll happen this summer. I shit you not. It'll be a thing. We'll plan a day. We'll make it a thing. And we'll shoot the shit. And we'll make it a thing. Whether it's on stream or not is yet to be determined. But I'll definitely play some TF2 with you. Or Borderlands 2 is the other one I want to play on stream at some point. Because I haven't played through Borderlands 2 yet. And I've been talking about doing that for a couple years now, I think. So I'd be definitely down to do that. I also have I have so many games that we're gonna play, and now that I'm really getting back into wanting to play games and wanting to be on stream and do all this stuff, could just get games the other way. Absolutely could. That is a true story. Not that I necessarily support or like that method necessarily. Bofiab has a very good point. That has a very good point. Oh, and I want to get back into... I need to check my Stardew mods to make sure those are up to date, because we could do some more Stardew streams in the future as well. However, I think that tonight's stream... I don't want to say goodbye. I really don't. I'm having a good time. I think that tonight's stream needs to come to an end, but I don't want to say goodbye. I want to keep on chatting with you guys. It's just like I've missed you. I've missed y'all, and this has been like a Panic's like, never mind. I was like, a part of me is like Stardew mod that turns Shane into Adachi. Does that exist? Is this something you're asking me to install for you? Nah. Yeah, so I'm just really excited because when I knew it exists. Oh shit. It does exist. They do exist. When I saw that I had my upload was working and I could go live, I was just kind of like giddy, and I was like, shit, I need to stream. And so knowing that that's the case for me right now, knowing that that was the exact reaction I had, and knowing I wanted to stream so badly last Thursday that when it didn't happen, like I'll say this. I held back my anger from my everything not being able to stream for about 5 days before it finally... I raged a little bit last night. I'm not gonna lie about it. I raged a little bit about not being able to stream, and that's when I was like, okay, I need this in my life. I was going to say, though, that we have artists here that could make it happen, and I could maybe throw together a simple Stardew mod. Well, there we go. Well, there's so many things and so many plans and so many whatevers to have in the future for stream, and I know the thing is here's the thing. And here the thing, what it is that the thing is this. I'm never going to be able to do all the ideas, every single game I want to play, every single stream I want to do. There's no way in my lifetime I can get through every single idea I have. I have a lot of things in my mind. I think of a lot of things. So we're going to do every stream, kind of just go with the flow, see where things go, and, whatever happens, happens. Just like, like every fucking thing else in life. Have a good evening. Oh, yes. I think that is what I'm saying. I think I'm rounding out to the fact that we are going to wrap things up for tonight. Because I want to, I'll take the rest of the night to just chill. And, because I didn't have a plan going into tonight. I was like, I'm going to go live. I'll see how long I can kind of talk about things, and I wouldn't say I've necessarily run out of topics. I could probably come up with like about 100 other things to talk about right on the spot if I really wanted to. I could probably start riffing about something if I really needed it. But I actually want to take the rest of the evening for myself, get some rest to have a good stream for tomorrow. So I think that that's where I'm at right now. I'm being entirely honest. I've just become increasingly hostile to purchasing anything digitally. That's fair. I like buying something and being able to hold it in my hands. Means a lot more that way, so it's hard to justify jumping on Steam sales. I absolutely understand that, Bofiab. Yeah, like Gio said, that's a fair point, and I can't fault you for that. Yeah, I absolutely can't either. I will say, for me, it is my preference would be a physical copy of something, and it is a bit of a bummer that specifically computer gaming has moved so much towards a digital only like purchasing like style, like Steam being the way that you can buy your PC games, and there's no other way to really buy like a physical copy to have a CD or like a thumb drive or whatever you could put into your computer. And even if you do buy a lot of these physical games now, it's just a CD or something that has a key to download the digital game. Like, it's not actually a physical. It's different than how it used to be in the Whereas my PS2 games that I have in back here, or my GameCube games, I put those in the the GameCube. I put those in the PS2. It's the full game. It's loading off of the disc, and I play it and I own it for life. It's different than these digital games. It's different. So I totally understand that, like, that perspective of like where you're coming from with that. So, I insert something pen related here as well. We all know what I'm really interested in. Yes, pens. That's true. And you know what? I can't blame you. Pens are nice. There's just something nice about putting a nice pen to a piece of paper, watching that ink come out, and just being like, And now I've ruined pens for you forever. Anyway, no, I can't do that. I am actually going to wrap things up here and say thanks for watching. I don't think we're going to do a raid tonight because I think I just want to kind of ease on out of here, say goodbye. We did a little 2-hour like kind of pop-up impromptu stream here with having no idea what I was going to do, which is actually every stream, except for tomorrow's stream, which I do have an idea what I'm going to do. We'll start with music. So when we come in here tomorrow, I'll have an Ableton project loaded up. I'll have some maybe some instruments like ready to play or record in, and we'll do a we'll get things started with probably just chatting a little bit, and then like while having music going and everything, and then we'll just try to make a song about gargling milk. We'll maybe try to maybe brainstorm some lyrics in the first bit of like doing some chat, and then we can get into actually making a song. However, I think I'm gonna wrap things up for the evening. Keep this one nice and short, just like my penis, and. I said that with such confidence, you folks. I wanted to say it so badly, but you do wait for a good bargain or so. Get out of here, you dork. Well, then take care, Kyle. Until next time, everyone have a good night. Take care. Good night, everybody. It's been nice being back. I'm so excited to just be streaming again. I have felt so much good energy here tonight, and honestly, in the past couple of days, even though I will say yesterday was a bit of a rough, one of the rougher days I've had in recent probably month or so. I overall right now in my life couldn't be happier. I'm very, very happy. I regret nothing. I don't. I said what I said. I said it with such confidence, so I can't regret saying that shit. I make that joke very, very often off stream. I don't think I've ever made that joke in front of the camera before, but here we are. There's a first time for everything, and now it says it right there in the chat. We'll keep this one nice and short, just like my penis. Gotta love it. Until next time, everybody, I'll see you tomorrow. I've been Codwill. This has been the Creamery. And, yeah. Peace out, y'all. Goodbye.